I decided I felt like getting Zartine killed today. Hope you all don't mind. Not that any of you are able to watch this live right now. I kinda didn't tell anyone. But folks who favorited the channel, and are following it, through the Twitch options, will learn of this broadcast, and eventually they will come. Until then, I'll get Zartine killed on my own. So, who do we got here? Zartine, 45 years old. He is married to Tony. It's been a while since I've done this, but I should be able to get someone killed through alter ego. Should be fine. And it'll be totally interactive. All else fails, I'll just use my dice. Zartine's currently doing not that bad. Got a physical sphere of 40, but that's much better than what it used to be back whenever he was a kid. Zartine's also doing well in these spheres, although he's not as gentle as he could be. Then again, he's been controlled and manipulated by the Chuckle Fox all this time, so it's not like I'm surprised. By the way, this is the first time I have like XSplit updated. I think like the audio clipping thing that might not occur, but it still could. And I don't have anyone to tell me right now. Whatever. Zartine's got 14,000 money buck stuffs and a sailboat. Cool. We have a lot of cards open to us. Lots of X-ray card things. I guess it's not technically a lot of cards. Zartine is 45 years old, and let's see how quick we can make this broadcast. Also got a family. I think he's got like a daughter who might be like 10-ish right now. Oh, hello 00713. You're the first person to like come and stumble in. Congratulations. You found the surprise I didn't tell anyone broadcast. Shh, don't tell anyone else. Don't spread the word. I'll even drag you into the chat. You see, there you are. All right. We had a good moment there together. I'm glad I'm your hero. That's right. Email alerts. This was a test of sorts to see how many people would come, like a ballpark thing in Field of Dreams. Time for me to get Zartine killed. Sure. A longtime friend and confidant tells you that he is having an unusual sexual problem with his wife. It seems that he can no longer get or maintain an erection like he used to. Um. Oh, I'm glad, I'm glad I got to save this moment so I could savor it and everything. Are you sure work just got much better, Dolwyn? Oh my god. I think Zartine here is going to be a rather sympathetic man, and he's going to tell him to see a doctor, 'cause that's kind of a big deal. And awareness is growing more and more these days about men needing to go see doctors or else bad things will happen to them. I should know, I'm a man and I get told that constantly. So you go see a doctor, man. He returns to tell you that the doctor told him that his problems might have been caused by the high blood pressure medication he has been taking. He feels relieved. Now there's only one small difficulty. You notice that you are having the same type of problem. What will you do? Ah, well, we told our friend to go see a doctor. uh, uh, we're gonna go see a doctor. The doctor gives you a checkup and tells you that there is nothing wrong with your system. Anxiety can certainly affect sexual functioning. Maybe it was whenever Zartine had sex with his wife for an entire year straight, trying to get her pregnant. That could have caused the problem. Who knew that thing can fall off? This just in. Hello, people. Hello. All Dragon and Doldwin and Reaperoa. And something meistery. I know, why must I broadcast on days that I actually care? Because this was a broadcast, this was the day I actually felt like doing this, and apparently my goddamn bandwidth, because it's a Monday school afternoon, is through the motherfucking roof. I did a test and XSplit said, motherfucker, you could stream the Hubble Space Telescope, and I was like, shit, let's get this started then. Perhaps when your friend told you that he was having difficulties, it made you so anxious that you developed some of your own. 13 is a leper. This is a game all about discovery, man. It's a game all about discovery. Oh. I'm sorry, in order to play through this icon, you must... Oh, right! Zartine lost his job. I forgot about that. Oops. Yeah. No occupation. Oops. Um... Well, let's get him a job. It seems like a problem. How about, I think I think he was originally employed in the creative sphere. So, perhaps have him re-employed in the creative sphere? Damn it. Well, I'll try again later. Yeah, actually, we'll make a save. Just in case. You have seen your friend John and his wife Marcia socially for a long time. They have a very peculiar relationship. Marcia insists on controlling every aspect of John's life. I didn't know that was peculiar. I thought that was the norm. Isn't that how it's supposed to work? Grimith, why are you so sexy? A good question. The sages will debate this for decades to come. One day, when you are talking to John, he confesses that about 3 years ago he began seeing another woman, one who is beautiful, kind, gentle, and loving. He has been thinking about leaving Marcia for this other woman, but he is unsure if he can. You always have a choice. Remember this, everyone. Grandfather Grimith is feeding you advice. You always have a choice. Although I'm not sure. I don't feel like I want to interfere in this situation. That seems like a trap to me. I'm gonna guide Zartine away from the trap. Sounds like a trap. This must have been a difficult decision. Giving him advice will be taking responsibility for a decision that he alone should make. Stepping aside might distance you from your friend for a while, but in the end, it is worth it. That's right. This game was written in the 80s, and it was written by a preachy doctorate who kind of infuses the game with his preachy nonsense and stuff. He was a professional, so he encourages people to go seek professionals and not to have you assume the mantle of personal responsibility for your friends and what have you. Alright, let's go try to get a job again, I suppose. Go ahead and make a save there. Because it would be nice for Zartine to be employed. We'll try, what? I got him like a bolting, I think the stream got him like a bolting sort of degree. Or maybe it was a teaching sort of degree. I don't remember. We'll try, teacher. We'll load the game now. Maybe I can try something else, like entrepreneur. Sweet, he's an entrepreneur. He's a professional, so he knows more about everything than us slobs. That's goddamn right. I know. Zartine is now an entrepreneur. Woohoo. And I'll just continue to welcome in people. Hello, people who are coming in, who've seen this random moment. Congratulations, you are the lucky few who were informed of this broadcast through Twitch. Because I didn't post a notification on my YouTube at all. I was just like, this was an experiment for me. Just like, I'm just gonna start doing this shit. Let's see what happens. Hey, Jeffles? What? What? Let me, shrink down the window. Jeffles? That's a new nickname for me. Don't think I've ever been called Jeffles before. I'm now looking to my left and right like my invisible audience of friends who follows me around like, did you guys know this? I've kind of been talking to you invisible people for 20 plus years now. You guys get the memo on that one? No? Let's see which of my subscribers have no life and can drop everything at 1:30 p.m. on a Monday. I think that works. I think that's sufficient. That's a good job right there. That's a good job. Figured, I could have played one of the other games that I'm like uploading to the internet, but I figured I'd try out an experiment and have some fun with it. So, Zartine is an entrepreneur, and he is 47 now. Time is flying by pretty fast for him, and he is definitely more gentle. I think his trustworthiness sphere slipped, though. Well, wow! He became an entrepreneur, and suddenly money skyrocketed. Good job, Zartine. I know, Dave Authority. These individual cards, man, are just, I think I'm just gonna skip the work-related one. Let's go to the physical one. Lately, you have been feeling sharp twinges of pain localized in the stomach. The pain arises about an hour or two after eating, but disappears completely when you put something into your stomach. Are you under eating, Zartine? Um, well, that could be, I mean, back in the 80s, I wouldn't have the internet. I wouldn't have WebMD to help me diagnose this shit. I don't know how I'm supposed to handle this sort of thing, so let's be concerned, and, since we have 20,000 plus dollars, let's just, slip to the doctor, see what's going on. Your concern is justified. The doctor tells you that you have developed an ulcer. It's probably because we didn't have a job for like 2 years. Right now, the ulcer can be treated with some antacids and other medications, by rest and relaxation, and by avoiding stressful situations whenever possible. Will you take the doctor's advice? Sure. Good. Eventually you recover. I love how the game gives you the option. Do you want to listen to the professional? I know, Rebero, WebMD here, it's cancer. Trained professionals, they're the folks who didn't choose the major that guarantee them living in a cardboard box. They actually chose a path that would allow them to bilk hundreds of thousands of dollars from people, so I would trust them over WebMD. I would. Need more heart. Hello, hello, hello. iPhone autocorrect to bullshit. It autocorrects random things and writes in Jeffels. Okay, you guys actually got me on this one. I like to think I know a bit about the English lexicon. Is Jeffel a word? Like, is it actually in, like, the dictionary for the English language? Because you got me stumped on that one. Oh. Also, what the fuck, Twitch chat window? Messing with my heads. Yeah, I was thinking no, but, I submit the possibility that, I might not be knowledgeable about everything. It could happen. It could happen. While you were thinking about your life in the future, you come to a startling realization. The average life expectancy for men is only about 20 years past your current age. Well, it's time to begin the ritual and set it to place in order to achieve lichdom. Now, it's a long and convoluted process, unless you're a barbarian, in which case you can do it lickety-split, but, that is true, Canuck Lucky. Phones do that as well, just like regular old cell phones, like the whole text, typing thing. Like, you meant this word? No, this word? No. Yeah, I did say lich. Time to begin the process, Zartine. Well, I'm not going to be anxious. 20 years is still a while. That's like another 20 cards before we die. I mean, it's the passage and the way everything works, man. I mean, that's just the way it goes. And for some, death is merely the beginning of something else. Whatever that something else is, they can only guess. It depends on whether you're a dwarf or whether you're a hunim or whether you're a lich and don't expect to die. Who knows? Depressed, ignore the thought. Actually pull out my dice for this one. I will simulate the process and the aspect of Zartine being controlled by Chucklefucks today, not by asking Chucklefucks, because I didn't put in a notification on YouTube, but merely by rolling. Zartine. I suppose I should have pulled out a D8 instead of a D6. Silly Grimith. D8. All right. Shall you be anxious, terrified, depressed, or calm? Depressed. You're going to do something about it. How will you do that? Only bought a D6 for this one. That's right. Tomorrow is the future. Yesterday is the past. So live in the present. Yeah. So today is a gift. That's why they call it the present, or some shit like that. I think we'll do 3, but it depends on what the dice says. Dice says we're doing 3. Okay then. You have obviously become aware of the dangers of thinking too far ahead. Oftentimes, the result of such preoccupation with the future of hopelessness, I'll never get out of the situation I'm in. Congratulations, dick game, you ended your sentence with a preposition and an unrealistic timetable that can only result in failure. Yes, David Thor, while he was pondering what to do, he aged 10 to the 20 years. The ignored opinion is actually a pretty good choice, if I recall correctly. There's some randomness involved in all the decisions, so it could pan out that way a lot of the time. You are generally a happy person. I'm sure part of the reason for this is that you take life as it comes. This is an admirable and even enviable trait. Not something that I possess, that's for damn sure. As you advance vocationally, you must leave your old responsibilities to various different people. On your next move forward, you are notified that a woman full of new ideas, techniques, and strategies is about to fill your old position. She will not be placed without your... What? What? Oh, man. So it comes down to this. Oh, genders. Oh, 80s. You interview her for the position, and she comments that while she feels you did a good job where you were, she plans on doing a better one. She sees your skills in the area that you are about to leave as limited and old-fashioned due to no fault of your own, but times are changing, you know. Well, this is a pretty innovative aspect. I mean, you do want to hire someone who wants to do a better job than you, right? Because you're going to be leaving that position behind anyway and moving on to a bigger and better one. So you want people under you who are going to do a fantastic job, right? uh, I know, Reaper, what the hell? Maybe you can get sexy time if you approve. I don't know. I think the Chuckle Fucks at this point are pretty faithful. Maybe not so much to the marriage that Zartine is in, but at least to the family, the kids. The daughter, at least. I think there's only one. I'm gonna be calm about it. Providing that she did good in the interview, she shows like she has spirit and mettle and spunk. And that could go well. I'll go ahead and recommend that she's hired. Why not? Do you like her style? Well, yeah. In 3 months' time, everyone who comes in contact with her is complaining that she is intolerable to work with. Well, that sounds like a personal problem. I don't have to come in contact with her now, do I? Hey. Not my problem. Tolerable to work with. I've worked with people who are intolerable to work with. And I've seen people I've never had to work with who would be intolerable to work with. And like I said, doesn't sound like my problem. Not unless you want sexy time. Let's go ahead and call her in for a talk. Say, what the hell are you doing, lady? I just can't recommend off the drop of a hat that she be let go. That'd be totally impersonal, and that would be playing into her hand of male chauvinistic bullshit. I'm not gonna do that. That's obviously a trap. Zartine never falls for traps. He's a go-getter. Even whenever he had a 3 physical sphere, he's a go-getter. You mentioned that she may be coming on too strong and that maybe she should take it easy. She tells you that she absolutely disagrees. The people who can't work with her simply aren't willing to work. Yes. Now, that sort of attitude is passing the buck and not accepting responsibility for your own actions and thoughts. That would be an old-fashioned attitude instead of a new age approach. Now, in a man's world, we actually take responsibility for our actions and admit whenever we were wrong and constantly seek improvement. There is a stray dog run. What the fuck did that? What? Okay, the stray dog is now running into the swamp behind the house and onto the train tracks behind that. Okie dokie. I'm sorry there, just like, I see like rabbits and squirrels running around every now and then in the backyard. I don't expect dogs to just go like running around in the backyard. Like, where the fuck did you come from? Tangent. No, never mind. Fuck the tangent. Let's move on. Continue. I've never seen the dog in the neighborhood before. I don't know. And there's no way in hell I could go out there to catch it. It's completely vanished from sight now. It's playing around now, I guess. Whatever. So, I'm going to go ahead and recommend that she's let go. Well... Yeah, I'm not going to let her continue. Fuck that shit. Well, I don't know anything about the individual stuff, but it's the attitude that you conveyed. Yeah, no. You can see that this person doesn't take direction very well. This may be the only thing that will calm her down. The dog didn't look like it had collar. I don't know. I kind of live on a second floor, and I didn't get a good look. I just saw this. What the fuck? Alright. Oh, hey there, Moogie Moogle. Moogie Moogle. I know, effing controller. Important data. That I need to fucking decipher. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip the work one. Not a big deal. 49 years and 8 months old, an entrepreneur who is continuing to do well in the world. A very calm man. Is in slightly improved gentleness, not improved trustworthiness at all from what I checked last time. Apparently being an entrepreneur is doing a good job for his resources and bank account. He's doing a good job. Good job, Zartine. You're a winner. At a carnival, a friend tries to convince you to have your cards read by Madame Natasha, a psychic medium. Well, I have fuck tons of money. I guess I will allow the carny to make a mark out of me. I don't mind paying a few dollars in exchange for a good time. What the hell? Why not? I'm an entrepreneur, baby. Maybe I'll invest in the carny business. And we'll exploit other marks together. One of my uncles was a long-time member of the carny business, has like a tattoo of fucking dollar signs, and on one of his biceps, and it's carny power etched there in green. He hasn't worked in it for several years, but he still has that whole mentality. He was like filled with wanderlust to wander, and he was put in a federal penitentiary once upon a time for attempting to rob a federal bank. And he did lots of drugs in his day. One of those uncles, you know. But, I was about to say very trustworthy sort. I couldn't even get it out of my mouth. So, righto. What the hell? Let's go ahead and see the media. Why not? You step into a dark room. Medium Natasha looks more like large Natasha and fills most of the space. You notice that she has a kind face and gentle voice. The fee for a reading is $50. Cash only, please, darling. Natasha asks if you want to continue. Gonna have to, no, that doesn't sound like a good investment to me. No. No. I don't have cash. I'm good. Well, at least it satisfied your friend's curiosity. Well, at least I made my friend happy. Fantastic. That's all that matters. Friendship and forging bonds. We can truly have wonders and Christmas miracles now. $50 for a fortune teller. Okay, I know I'm an oracle and I'm an amazing one, but not even I would charge $50. Come on, man. Come on. You and a group of friends are sitting around discussing people that you used to know. It seems that an oddball acquaintance of yours who became a recluse, always holed up in his workshop, has just invented a pocket golf ball washer that has earned him a large fortune. Well, as a fellow entrepreneur, all I have to say is, good fucking job, man. I wish I could have thought of that first, but a pocket golf ball washer? That's amazing. I didn't know you could make women that portable. Ho, 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 ho. You know, usually whenever people comment, they're like, man, this guy sucks. He's attempting to be funny. And I'm like, I didn't think I was trying to be funny. I don't get it. And then I say dumb shit like that. Okay, I see their point. She has to pay the tent rent. How much do I charge for an oracle reading? It varies. Depends on the mark. I know, Moogie Moogle. A curveball. It's amazing. After making all of that money, instead of retiring, he has chosen to donate it to a charity for homeless inventors and is now back at work. Sure enough, just 2 weeks after this discussion, he shows up at a social function. Wow! Hey! As a fellow entrepreneur, all I got to say is, better you than me, man. Naturally, everyone who speaks with him has a remark to make about his behavior. Eventually, he wanders over to the group of people with whom you are having a discussion. Well, since chuckle fucks tend to be nothing more than poor people who are either underage or just don't have jobs and are spending too much time watching people say stupid shit on the internet, obviously anything that supports homeless people is gonna be great, so say something positive about what he has done. Fantastic. In a quiet voice, he asks if he can speak to you privately about something. Sure. Yeah, you're hoping something positive would just put it off. But, we're at a social function. Hopefully, if something bad, happens, I'm not carrying my $50,000 in my pocket. Have ourselves a good time. He thanks you for the kind words and mentions that he realizes everyone around him thinks he's a nut. You have never really heard him talk at length, but you find out that he really doesn't care what other people think, and never did. He has a very enjoyable life on the whole. Well, why is he telling me this then? I mean, if he doesn't care what other people think, then he wouldn't have cared what I thought, but he thanked me for the kind words anyway. Hey. That's cool. That's right, don't forget we're elite liberals and support helping the homeless. It seems that he needs $5,000 of seed money to get his newest project going. The scheme to invent a trash compactor that converts garbage into an energy product that can heat your home. If you invest the money, you'll receive half of all the profits. Dude, if that would be awesome. That would be amazingly cool, awesome, if we could have that shit invented in the 80s. So that shit could be prevalent tech nowadays. I mean, my God. It would reduce electricity heating costs, man. That'd be amazing. That's a great idea. I'm an entrepreneur. I have fuck tons of money. It fits. The chuckle fucks have fuck tons of money. They like to see cool innovation. What are they gonna do? Blow it on gumballs? No, they're gonna blow it on this guy. And he has been successful once, Mookie Moogle. You are right, and Dark Destiny Souls is true. Good for the environment. Happy hippie hippo. Imagine a boiler. Sure. The project is a success. You earn a total of $50,000 in resources. 51 years old. And... BAM! Fucking Shazam, people. Living on our sailboat with fuck tons of money. Doing a good job, Zardine. You're doing a good job. Where is our keychains? Yeah, I'm thinking I'm about to go do that. And a computer with 512K RAM, that's right. We're gonna have to save this game, and we gotta go buy some shit, man. Gotta go buy some shit. I think it's time for us to actually buy a house. I think I'm gonna go buy a house. We'll get a loan to purchase a house, and then we'll immediately pay it back. There are several types of houses from which to choose. We'll choose the condominium townhouse. Because all that shit's crazy. We don't need a 9-room colonial. All we have is the mom, the dad, and the one kid. We'll be fine. Economic. And fiscally responsible. Fiscally responsible. I know that's crazy, but since the chuckle fucks don't have enough money to begin with, all of the money that they get must be spent. Cleverly so. Right, something to pass on to the snot-nosed brats. You'll need a down payment of $16,000 and legal fees of $1,000. Congratulations on the purchase of your new home, and pay back part of your loan. Pay back all of it? Sorry, but you cannot afford to repay that much. $50,000. And how much do we have left? Will it tell me? Debt $20,000. Okay. Can I not, like, pay back the rest? There we go! Did that take all the money? No, okay, it didn't. So there we go! We're debt-free. It only took us additional time. We're good to go, guys. Hello, Herbergo Omnicron 5. Need to be a pro assassin to get the money to get the stables. Buy the $1 million home. No. No, 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 no. Fiscal responsibility. Fiscally. 53 years old. We're doing a good job. We finally have a house. Oh my god, it's amazing. No longer fucking bums. Living on a sailboat. Let's, I guess we can go buy some other shit too. Why not? We could access these other cards. Let's go buy more shit. The wonderful world of major purchases. We just got $50,000 from a card, Herbergo Omicron 5. And besides, it's not like the Chucklefucks would actually think that far into the future. I mean, that you gotta live in the present. You might die at any day. We gotta buy some sweet video equipment to record videos on our 512K computer. Yeah, a VCR with 14 functions and a handheld video camera that can capture stuff. Your new VCR has freeze flames. Freeze flame? God damn it. Your new VCR has freeze frame, still shot capability, slow-mo, super slow-mo, incredibly slow-mo, and numerous other features. Your camera helps justify your need for recording events and possessions. Would you like to pay for this with cash? Thank you for cashing in on this once-in-a-lifetime value. Come again soon. No way, man. Freeze flame. I said it again! Freeze frame and still shot are not the same thing. Totally not. Totally not. Well, time to buy more things. We need stereo equipment now. We gotta buy a high-tech model with light switches, laser beams, and speakers that a small person could easily live in. Your stereo arrives in 12 boxes and takes 6 days to put together. By the time you have it hooked up, production on the unit stops, your model is obsolete. On the positive side, you now have something you have always wanted, the ability to create minor earthquakes with a simple flick of a switch. Cash, man. I know we're not doing a good job of improving our credit rating, because in order to improve your credit rating in the United States, you actually need to do things like buy things on credit and pay off student loans. But fuck that shit. Who needs credit when you got all the money to pay for things right away? Fuck you. I think we still have room in our living room. I mean, we actually have a house now, so we're doing a good job, I think. We're doing a good job. Let's, we gotta buy some more stuff, though. I think, what the hell? What the hell? Toys and goodies for the wife and kids. Your generosity is appreciated by all. Familial sphere increases slightly. Okay, that's enough. That's enough shit. We're saving our money now. We're hoarding it. We're doing a good job. We're gentle now. With $68,000. We already have a boat. We actually have a sailboat. It's not a yacht. But, I don't feel like wasting more turns and getting older just to do that. I could spend more time with the family, but nah. They'll be okay, I think. They'll be fine. Warning gas. A teenage girl named Kathy Reinhardt works for the dry cleaning store that you use. One evening you arrive at the store just as it's closing. You absolutely need the clothes tonight. Kathy is already out the door. Because you know Kathy by name, because you also know that she is friendly. You feel sure that she will reopen the store and get you your clothes. I'll be friendly. And just like, hey, why not try to ask? This would be cool. Your social skills make it easier for you to ask for this request in a way that is difficult to refuse. She reopens the store for you. As you watch her disappear to the back of the store, you notice how firm her body is, and for a moment drift back to the days when you were that young. Was it that long ago, you wonder? Yes, you conclude. It was that long ago. Kathy snaps you back to reality by handing you a big pile of clothes. After you walk out of the store, you notice Kathy having car trouble. Well, Chucklefucks on the internet are totally knowledgeable, and since she gave us a boon there by letting us get our clothes, it should only be right for us to offer a favor in return. So let's see if we're knowledgeable enough to help her fix her car. All the fiddling in the world won't help. The battery is completely dead. We don't have jumper cables in the 80s? Are you fucking kidding me? God damn it. Well, I mean, it's cool. Like I said, still a whole Boone thing, and apparently we don't have jumper cables in the 80s, so, give her a lift back home. I can tell her I can make home videos. In the car on the way home, you notice her looking at you in a peculiar sort of way. She tells you that it's funny to be sitting next to someone whom she's only seen from behind a counter. You find yourself talking very freely to her, and for a moment, your connection to her is like taking a fast train right back to adolescence. Interesting. Because you are relating to her more on her own level, she perceives you as a different kind of adult. Honestly curious and even envious about her life, rather than critical like most other adults. As you begin to feel younger, she begins to feel older. She says that she hopes that when she gets older, she will stay young and attractive looking like you. Oh ho 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 ho! Zartine! You're doing a good job, my man! My man! Good job. You begin to realize that you could really enjoy talking to Kathy for a long time. When you arrive at her block, you discover that she lives alone in an apartment. She moved out of her parents' home because she needed to be independent. She invites you up for a cup of coffee. Well, I mean, really enjoying, this reliving the good old days of adolescence. And Zartine and the Chucklefucks aren't that bright, so, any sort of attempt at flirting would totally go completely over their heads. So a cup of coffee obviously just means a cup of coffee. And, having a good talk and, hopefully, that's nice to build up bonds, relationships, and hopefully perhaps somewhere down the line my battery will go dead and your car will be working and you'll help drive me back to my house where I have my family in my new townhouse. True story. Nope, Larian, not a single announcement. I wish I had some coffee. I only got Coke Zero. Furist is like, I want some coffee. Jones man, oh boy, daddy issues. 10 points in sexy time sphere. Leaving friend zone. Well, you know what? Sure. Since the internet's interested and we're only just going to keep having a talk about reliving the good old days of adolescence and responsibility, let's go up and have a cup of coffee. Not a big deal. Kathy disappears to make the coffee, and you notice that her apartment is decorated sparsely, but tastefully. There are no crazy posters or wild-looking artwork. From the room you are in, you can see some pairs of stockings and other delicate apparel hanging in the bathroom. She seems so much older than 18. God, these kids sure grow up fast these days. I know, man. I fucking, whenever school started again, I'm like driving down the road, and I'm like, passing by the joint where kids hang out after school and shit, like the Sonics and what have you, and I'm looking at the kids, I'm like, God damn, man. I never looked that young, ever, I swear to God. Fucking kids. Get off my goddamn lawn. And then I look like old pictures from like the yearbooks and like the photo albums and stuff back whenever I went to school. And I look at them like, wow. Wow. I'm the only old looking one here. It's official. I was before my time. Then you remember that the current Miss America is 18, and so is several of the leading actresses and models, all of whom are doing very grown-up things. After all, don't they consider 18-year-old females to be women? That is true. They do. As a matter of fact, in this modern day and age, with gender roles becoming more and more equal, girls and women can do all sorts of things. My God. It's almost as if we as a culture are advancing. Who knew? You missed maybe about 45 minutes of activity, Larry. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Good job for your ice-cold Kit Kat, Mookie Moogle. Alright, so Kathy emerges from an adjacent room with a fresh pot of coffee. She is changed into a man's shirt that she is wearing outside a pair of gym shorts. Okay, this is cool. So, not a big deal. She obviously, has a boyfriend. So, we're just here to talk anyway. She offered me a cup of coffee as payment for taking her home, which I only did out of paid respect because she let me into the store to get my clothes. Not a big deal. Are there jelly babies in the U.S.? I think so. I don't know her goal on the gun. I think so. Damn it, Twitch, this is the 5th ad I've had to watch because of a shitty internet connection. Those ads, that if they pop up, are not my fault, not my responsibility. I didn't put them there, not me. I'm no like Justin, TV partner. I'm not doing that to you. I'm just saying, just want to make that clear, it's not me. She is barefooted, she has beautiful slim legs. As you sit by the table drinking your coffee and talking, you notice that you can see down Kathy's shirt with no difficulty at all. She isn't trying very hard to cover up, it seems. When you are finished with the coffee, you can... linger around the table? What does that do? Like, I just want to keep talking because, I'm an old man and stuff, and... Now we're just getting to, like, awkward territory here. I could roll a die. Trying to think of what I'd do in this situation. I've never been exactly in this particular situation where I've gotten my clothes from a laundromat type place before. I usually hang around until, it's time to go, especially at a late night like that. Like, okay, time to be leaving, and especially since it has been made clear that I have anything important to do in the morning other than whatever is to do with the clothes. So it's not a big deal. I just keep hanging around and talking. We're obviously having a good time. The two of you talk with great passion about subjects you haven't discussed in years. You had almost forgotten how much energy young people have for philosophizing about things. The longer you stay, the more you lose track of time. You refuse to look out the window, fearing that you will be reminded by the violet sky that it is getting late. Oh fuck, it's not even like nighttime yet. Shit. I guess I completely blanked on that one and just assumed we were like in the fucking late at night and whatever. Oh, well, sure, yeah, cool. It's getting late, fuck. I mean, I'm an entrepreneur. I can do whatever the fuck I want, goddammit. Finally, a silence falls between the two of you. It is the uncomfortable silence that happens when two people who are attracted to one another realize the sexual nature of their impulses. Kathy becomes shy. It is clear that if anything will happen between you, it will have to be initiated by you. Well, excuse me. I didn't sign up for this shit. I just came here to have a bunch of talks and good time about philosophizing and, you know, reliving the glory days, just like you're thinking about the future and adulthood and all that stuff. And, you know, whatever kind of clothes you're wearing is cool, that's fine. Whatever you want to do, it's your fucking home. Whatever. But I have a family, and I have responsibilities, and I don't owe her anything. I drove her back to her house. Pull a Marvin Gaye CD. They don't have CDs. You're thinking too far into the future. Larian, if you missed the 30s, you missed a prior broadcast. This thing started whenever Zartine was age 45. Moogie Moogle writes, I want to be young and wild, then I want to be middle-aged and rich, and then I want to be old and annoy people by pretending I'm going deaf. She is really cool. Well, she's obviously cooler than you impersonating William Shatner, that's for sure. No. Oh, I think I haven't missed that. I just forgot there's our... Wow, that... Yeah, Larian, yeah. Well, we're gonna go. Thanks for the coffee. See you in another day. Hopefully we can have more cool talks, you know, later on about, you know, just various sorts of things. They made me feel young again. It's difficult, but you let yourself out. On the way back, you begin to think about many aspects of your life, the fact that you are getting old, and the unfairness of the fact that you really never appreciate the freedom of youth until it has long since passed you by. That's right, Happy Hippie Hippo. There will always be laundry. Hooray! That's right, Dolan. Don't want to test out the anxiety issues. It's a big deal. 55 years and 9 months old, still married. We're still an entrepreneur. Doing a good job all around. $73,000 with a sailboat and a 512K computer with a hard disk. Herbical Omicron, why don't you stop wisting away in this fucking chat and start finding nice people to talk to? Because none of them are here. You have just walked into a store, and there is apparently no one around to take your order. It seems that the person who should be waiting on you has stepped out of sight for a few moments. Waiting in the store with you is a teenage boy about 16 years old, wearing an old t-shirt and a pair... What the fuck do I care about his appearance for? Single white male who enjoys long walks on the beach and listening to Megadeth. It's like, what the fuck? Fantastic. Cool appearance, bro. Baby Zartine is just really observant. He must have arrived a few seconds before you. He's tapping his foot lightly to the sound of the imaginary rock and roll band playing in his head. The proprietor steps out from the room at the back of the store, makes eye contact with you, and says, "May I help you?" Ooh. Ooh. Well, you know, it's kind of an awkward moment. We're not together or anything. I just want to make that clear. So, I will mention something about the boy, you know, 'cause hey, it's not my kid. God damn it. He's not mine. Maybe you have hairy fur and wet nose, Grimith. After all, your parents pulled that thing on you. What would you like to say about the boy to the manager? He is really ahead of me. That was an extremely considerate thing to point out. The boy appreciates it. You have made him feel special and grown up during a time. This fucking game. And it's preachy, psychiatric bullshit. I didn't know this was gonna happen. Well, it was totally fucking worth it then. Oh. During a time when adolescents need to feel their worth validated by those around him. He even says, "Thank you very much, sir. You see, they really are capable of speaking the common language." My God, teenagers do speak common. I know. Sometimes you think you have to make like an intelligence check in order to try to, you know, translate the shit. Well, that was cool. Good job, Zartine. It's time to reward ourselves by buying more shit. I think we're gonna buy some super cool clothes. Buy some new clothes at $50 per purchase. Only $50? Psh, fuck it. Cash, man. We're good to go. Whatever hair you have left is rapidly turning gray. Well, that happens. And many people can pull off the cool-looking gray effect. And whatever. It kind of happens. Lots of cool people had gray hair. My parents have gray hair. Well, my dad does, in real life right now. My grandparents had gray hair. Then they died. But they had gray hair before they died. I didn't have a problem with their grandparents. I even forgot that they were old people whenever I hung out with my grandparents. And I hate old people. So you see, having gray hair, you know, that's not a problem. Why should I be concerned? It's going into the whole new suave Zartine look. It's not a big deal. He's in his late 50s by this point, Laxstotes. Laxstoit. Oh, fuck. Lack. Laxstot. Shit, most of my hair is gray and I'm 18. I know, Metal Slime Hunt. I know. Go ahead and be unconcerned. Where the fuck are all you people coming out of the goddamn woodwork and everything? Lethal Feline and shit. You people weren't supposed to notice that I was broadcasting. What the fuck? My experiment is a resounding success. Do nothing and they will come. You don't seem upset by the fact that your hair is turning gray. You must be the self-confident type, which Zartine is. That is extremely important in this phase of life. People your age have a tendency to use this period as a time for self-evaluation, which we did, and then we decided that we were too awesome to care. Hell, I've been going gray since I was 16. Zartine needs to get over it. I know. Stop being so mean towards your loyal peasant army. Yahoo inbox. We follow the stream. I know you do. I know there are email notifications. I actually mentioned that at the beginning of this broadcast, which I didn't tell anyone. I congratulated the first person who came in for noticing it, who got the notification for it. This was the first time I started, well, I guess technically it wasn't. There was a, no, I put in a notification for that one too. Yeah. You were in class. Aww. See? That's why my bandwidth is so amazing. You fucking kids are in class. Being dissatisfied with yourself and your accomplishments can only serve to heighten feelings of depression and fear related to the physical side of aging. Your lack of concern for this superficial and cosmetic aspect of your appearance is impressive, and perhaps a little too idealistic. Zartine is currently 57 years old and 10 months, still married to Tony, with a daughter who is rapidly growing, I'm pretty sure. She might be in her 20s by now, I think. Physical spheres at 45%. We're super calm and super gentle with $85,000. We give no fucks. And you didn't ditch. Your lack of dedication to Grim Streams is saddening. No, Arian, no, I announced everything. Everything had an announcement video attached. I might have recycled an announcement video at one point, but everything was announced. Battle Slime Hut, remember, Zartine had a point where he only had 3 physical. It's okay. It's okay. Your car has to be taken in for some minor repair work. The work will not cost you any appreciable amount of money, but it will be an inconvenience since you will have to drop the car off at the repair shop early in the morning and rearrange your usual travel plans. You call in to make an appointment. The service representative tells you that the repairs are made on a first-come, first-served basis. Okay, so why would I be angry about that? Bring the car in to get fixed? Okay, go. It is easy to see that you are an optimist. You are greeted by a mechanic who is clearly holding a book with the words appointments in big letters across the front. Well, first come, first served basis is not the same as appointments. You clearly recall hearing that cars be taken on a first come, first served basis. Perhaps they are running a beauty parlor in the back of the garage. Perhaps they used to do service appointments and now service by appointment, and now they just keep the book for something else. Nope. It is a bona fide appointment book. The mechanic apologizes for the misunderstanding. He sees that you are a calm person and is prepared to treat you with courtesy. He can give you an appointment for 3 weeks from Friday. No. 3 weeks. Let's just go find someone else who is willing to take my money. I mean, if you guys don't want my money, that's cool. That's fine with me. You don't have to have my money. It's not a big deal. I was going to pay you generously for services rendered. I mean, I'm an entrepreneur and everything. But I mean, if you guys, you mechanics, want to be all like appointment books and shit, if you guys are honestly to God that busy as an auto shop to have an appointment book, first of all, good fucking job and congratulations to you. Every single auto shop that I can think in my local area is usually devoid of people, and their employees stand around really not being able to do anything. So if you guys can do that, then cool job for you. But I'm going to go take me and my car and my money, my fuck tons of money, somewhere else. Okay? So, see you later. Free market this BS. I know, Lethal. 3 weeks. So, bye. On the way out of the service station, you hear your car making peculiar noises. Clank, clank, grind, sputter, caw. Silence. Your car is no longer among the living. Towing, repair, and service charges cost $500. Well, at least it got repaired. In a timely fashion. What do I care? I have $88,000 to spare. It's not a big deal. Economy cars are supposed to be economical, but then again, I've had this car for at least 10 years, I'm pretty sure. I know JonesMan64 didn't have to wait 3 weeks to win. Alright. Another physical card. Woo! Some back-breaking labor has to be done in your home over the next few days. The chore is unpleasant but important. No one who lives with you is willing to help. My wife is like, fuck you! My daughter has hopefully moved out of the house by now, so I guess that makes sense. Also, hold on. Let me crane my head. Bobo Brocus. Old English Bulldog, is there a reason why you're barking downstairs, or is it just to piss me off? I actually take this time to get a drink, and we'll pause the broadcast for a moment. So everyone, go gather your shit and do whatever it is you gotta do. I'll be right back.